Hey, 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 happy Friday. How is everybody doing today? Lisa Karen here. And Tash Blum will be joining me in just a minute. And we are excited to join you today because we are talking all about personal branding and how you can brand yourself on social media. I'm going to go ahead and add Tash here and we will get started. There we go. Hello.
Hello, hello.
How are you?
I'm
Happy
good. How are
Friday.
you? Happy
Yay.
Friday. How
All
are
right.
you?
I am
Hello,
good.
ladies. Awesome. Awesome. Great topic. Personal branding. This is a really great topic.
This,
And go ahead.
no, this is a great topic. And I feel like a lot of people struggle. Like, how many of you hear personal branding or branding and you're like, where do I begin? What does that really mean? What should I be doing? Let us know if you've ever thought any of those things. Put a one. And I'm going to say, if you want to grow your business on social media, if you want more sales, you want results, taking your personal brand is super important. So you're going to want to pay attention and start intentionally creating your personal brand because you are branding yourself whether you realize it or not. And that's something really important. And a lot of people don't realize it is, whatever, everything you're putting out there is branding yourself. So it's really important to be intentional of what you are putting out there, of how you're branding yourself. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And hello, Carla. Hello, Linda. If you guys all are joining us, hello, Sherry. Say hello. Let us know where you're tuning in from.
Yeah, and do us a favor, please. If you can invite some people in this group to the broadcast, that would be awesome. We all know how fun notifications are these days. So we would love it if you would invite others to come watch or maybe even share it out. That would be awesome. Because this is a really, really, really great topic. And I know before we dive in, something that Lisa and I have been talking about is the fact that, you've got to respect the platform. You've got to respect the platform that you are at. And ladies, Facebook was created so that we can be social. It is a social site, and people hop on to look at friends, photos, what's going on in their life. They're looking to get entertained, and they are not looking to buy things. Doesn't mean they won't, but that's not what they're looking for. So that's why personal branding is so important and so impactful. And that's why we want to dive into it. Sorry, go ahead,
Yeah,
Lise.
because there's a right way and a wrong way to use social media. And this is really important to know when you're trying to build a business on social media, is understanding the platform and then, you know, putting yourself out there in the right way. So we're going to dive into this because we really want to help you get this right so that you can build your business on social media. And ladies, you can share this broadcast out. This is public, so please feel free to share this out. And if you do share, share it in the comments so we can thank you. And for those of you who don't know us, we are social media coaches, Lisa Karen and
Tash
Tash Blum.
Blum.
And we are social media coaches that specialize in Facebook, and we help women solopreneurs create their presence so they can be seen, heard, and profitable.
Exactly, exactly. And that's what we're here to help you do. We want you to be seen, heard, and profitable. So let's dive into some of the stuff. And gosh, hello, ladies. We got from the UK. We're all over the place today. I'm here in South Carolina, and the weather is kind of, I don't know what's going to do. And how about you, Lisa? Do you have another blizzard going on?
No, but it's cold. I'm in Canada. Brr. Cold Canada. It's cold.
Well, so let's talk a little bit about this. So if you are someone who, if you're an influencer, if you're a coach, if you are a consultant, whatever you're doing, you are in direct sales or network marketing, which I know most of you are you got to understand these steps that we're talking about that will help you to create that brand, so that you can go and make a stronger impact out there, so that you can stand out in the sea of, I like to say, sea of sameness, because ladies, there are thousands of other women and men possibly doing the same thing that you are. You know, you have to be able to find ways to stand out, and especially on social media. And if you are using Facebook, we're talking about Facebook now, but these same principles go for Instagram. It goes for, I mean, for, you know, we're talking about platforms. You've really got to learn each platform, by the way, to understand why people go to certain specific platforms. Facebook, people come to be social. So we've got to figure out how to attract them to our brand and what we have going on, so without being salesy. We need to be humans, you know, we need to be humans. I was listening to something this morning that says, you know, we've all been conditioned to ignore commercials. Like, how many of you can agree that when you watch a show that may not be a movie, if you're watching a show and it's got commercials, what do you do during the commercials? I mean, honestly, what do you do during commercials? You change channels, right? You change channels, or you don't watch television with commercials. You watch you DVR it, and then, you know, the commercials are cut out, or you video something you don't want to watch. You don't want to watch commercials. None of us want to. So, you know, people are conditioned to definitely, you know, ignoring those. So if we are a commercial on Facebook, people are going to ignore us.
So true. And before we dive into these 4 steps, you know, first things first with this is, if you're trying to grow your business on social media, you want to have your personal profile set up in the right way. You want your personal profile set up to brand you as an authority. There's a lot of things involved with this. If you want to start attracting people to you. So this is crucial before we even dive into these tips. So we have a checklist for you all, because we want you to, you know, grow amazing businesses on social media. And we have this profile checklist to help you. So if you want to make sure you have your profile optimized and you're looking at the right things, just put profile in the comments, and we will send that checklist out to you so that you can get your profile set up the right way. So let's
so
dive
true
in.
Lisa's so right. I just really want to reiterate that. Yeah, so get that checklist, that free checklist. It's really going to help. It's our gift to you, because it's so important. It's more important than you know, because it is your calling card. It is your it is your, you know, what is that called again? Business card.
Business card. Yeah, it is.
What
and
is that
really,
called?
your profile is like your new business card. You know, whether you're using your profile or not, people are checking you out. People want to
Yes.
know who you are and what you're about. So you want to have this right. So just put profile in the comments if you want this checklist. And let's start with number 1 here.
Yes, creating a strong personal brand, right? That establishes you at, oh, I'm already, okay, never mind, go ahead. we have notes here. We have our notes, and so I'm trying to follow along. Ladies, by the way, when you go live, be sure you have notes. Be sure you know what you're talking about. All right, go ahead, Lisa. I'm sorry.
So you want to brand you and not your company. So this is really important. So for those of you who are in MLM, direct sales, this is particularly for you, really any business, because people buy you. So that's really what it's all about. And this is what we're talking about, personal branding. You know, you want to brand you and not your company. And this is really important for a lot of reasons. There's so many reasons, and we're not going to dive into this whole topic. But simply, you are your business, all right? Regardless of whatever products you sell or what you represent, you are your business. Your company is not your business, all right? Those just happen to be products you represent, that you sell, and people don't just buy the product, they're buying into you, and you have to be able to sell you. So this is really important, and you're going to struggle if you can't sell you. So you want to brand you and not your company, all right? There's a lot of other reasons to this too, like what if your company goes out of business and now you've branded yourself your company? What if you have a change of heart and you want to do something else, right? So you really got to think about all angles in this. And not to mention, it's like when you are in direct sales or MLM and you blast your company name all over that, you know, one, the algorithms are going to pick up on this, and, you know, limit your exposure and your reach when you're just blasting company promos and offers and pictures. So you're just going to want to be careful for a lot of reasons. But the main one here we're talking about today is you're branding you. You're creating your own personal brand, and whatever products you have, you just happen to be selling those or representing them. You have to think about if you had a store. If you opened up a store at the mall and you gave it a name and you happen to have some products in there, you wouldn't name your store after these products, would you? No. You're going to create your own name. So that's kind of how we're looking at it. So you have these products. That's not your business. Your business is you. That's your store. And you just happen to have these products that you sell. Hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah, and here's the thing as well. We're talking social media again. We're talking Facebook in particular. Okay, take this to Instagram, but we're talking right now, this particular platform. And once again, we have to remember that people are coming to see what's going on with their friends and family. They're not coming on to see what's going on with your brand, your company's brand. They're not looking for that. If they wanted to find your company's brand, you know what they would do? They would go to everybody's good friend, Google, and they would put in that brand name. That's what they would do if they wanted to know more about that brand. Or if they wanted to go shopping, first of all, I want to know the truth. Has anybody out there, for real, gone into the Facebook search bar when they wanted to shop for something, and I'm talking Facebook search bar, put in what they're looking for? Like, you know, unless you're going over the marketplace and you're looking for some, you know, some stuff in marketplace, I'm talking about just the general Facebook search bar. Are you going there to shop? If you do, let us know in the comments, because I never do. If I'm going to go shopping online, I'm going to Google. I'm going to Google, and I'm going to Google what I'm looking for. I'm not going to Facebook to do that. So, you know, that's why you don't want to be branding that company name, because people are not going to look for that. You know, they're going to look to see what's going on with their friends and family. So creating that personal brand that stands out and attracts people to want to hang out with you. You got to figure out, ladies, how to create a brand that not only that you are proud of, you got to be proud of it, but also that is entertaining in some fashion. So, and draws people to you. And that could be through education, inspiration, entertainment, being funny, whatever it is. So your brand needs to be able to incorporate these things into it. So what do you want to be known for, right? What do you want to be known for?
This is crucial here. That's a good question you want to ask yourself. What do you want to be the go-to person for? Like, when people think of your name, what do you want them to think? Do you want them to think, you know, she sells, she's a salesy person? What do you, that she is an expert in makeup, that she's a health and wellness coach? Like, what do you want people to think of you? And that's really important, because when you're putting yourself out there on social media, you want to be really clear what you want to be known for, and everything that you post, do, or say should be revolved around that to some degree.
Yes. And you know, and your name can be you, by the way. It doesn't have to be like the Boss Beauties. It doesn't have to do that. You know, the Boss Beauties is actually, it's our groups that we have. It's where we congregate with other like-minded women. But Lisa and myself, we're our brand. You know, we're the brand. We're the brand. So you can, your brand can be you, and should be you, and could be you. You could have, so, you know, you want to be creating, here's number 2, is you want to be creating a consistent branding too across all of your social media profiles. So whatever that branding is, you want to be sure that you are taking that to Instagram, that you're taking that to Pinterest, that you're taking that to, you know, your Google Drive. Well, now Google Plus is gone. So you want to be taking that to, you know, wherever you're hanging out, whatever platform you're hanging out, you want to bring that consistent brand through it all. So, you know, consistent imagery, you want it, you want to try to even have the same handle if possible.
This is so important. You, like, whatever you want to be known for, you know, like Tash said, the same imagery, the same colors, the same fonts, like everything that you put out there, you want it the same. And this is where a lot of people go wrong, is they want to cut and paste what they share on social media based on platforms. And we see a lot of people do this. It's like they show up on their profile one way, and then they go to their business page and they share different things. And then they go to Instagram and they might talk about something completely different. You might have a couple things that you share. You can't, compartmentalize your brand. You can't just have bits and pieces, because when somebody lands on your profile, to your business page, to your Instagram, you should be the same person. What you're sharing should be the same. You should still be that go-to person on all platforms. And I would suggest that regardless of what platform you're on, and we do highly suggest picking one platform to master and to build a following before you start branching out, because if you're trying to show up on 5 platforms, the chances are you're not doing any of them really well. All right, there's a lot involved to building a presence on a platform, and a lot to learn as well. And if you're trying to do that on 5 places, it's going to be hard to do any of them well. So pick your main hub, and then once you start to build a following, you start to understand it, things are moving, and then you can expand out, 1, 2, or 3 other places. So start with one.
Yeah. And we're talking, like, of course, mostly to solopreneurs here. We're assuming most of you in this group and the people that we're talking to are most likely going to be in a network marketing company. And, once you get to a point where you can, hire out people to do things for you, and you can expand to all the platforms, that's awesome. But, you got to think, you got to figure out where your most bang for your buck is. And then you really got to create a strategy around that. So you got to think of your business as a business, ladies. So your business is a business. And what do we mean by handle? That's your name. Okay. That's like your name, whatever your brand is. But, and Maria, we'll get back to that on for you, but you got to think of this like a business. And if you're a business owner and you create a business, you're going to create a business strategy, a marketing strategy. Okay. A lot of us join, opportunities, and what do we do? What do we do right away? We just go on out and we just start selling, right? We just go for it. And then we have crickets. We might get a few sales at first. We're excited, but then everybody else just kind of ignores us. And we're like, what's going on? What is going on? Like, I have the best products in the whole entire world, and all of you people need it. Why are you not buying it? What is going on here? And then you start to think, oh my gosh, people are ignoring me. They don't want what I have. And it just gets all kind of murky and messed up. And when it really boils down to is you have not created a marketing strategy and figured out how you are going to go out and market yourself, and how you are going to share your brand, how you are going to get a message out, and who the heck you're even talking to. Okay. So that is really super important. So your presence, when you show up, it has got to match whatever your message is. And part of personal branding is figuring out not only what kind of clothes am I wearing, what kind of earrings, how's my hair going to look, how consistent are my photos going to look. It's not just, and creating graphics and such that pop and stand out and attract people to it. Not using, by the way, other people's graphics that have been copied over and over and over and over again, or even your company graphics. Okay. We're saying we want, when you're branding, personal branding, you want to be able to be in control of and that's what's going to attract people to you. People are not going to be attracted, once again, to that company graphic. They want to know, they don't trust that graphic. They don't know those people in that graphic. They don't know those products or that label. They don't know, why, they're going to ignore that. So you've got to be able to stand out. You need to show up. You need to figure out what your brand is and what your message is, and you need to show up and deliver. And
so true. And
that's what's going to attract people.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people make this mistake, is when they think of branding, they think of a logo and their website and all the pretty things. That's the icing on the cake. That pulls all of it together. But as we're saying, you are your brand, your messaging is your brand. And that really brings us to the next point, is you need to be posting valuable content every single day on social media. wherever you are. You know, if you're blogging, if you're emailing, if you're on Facebook, is you need to share your expertise. Whatever that thing is you want to be known for, whatever that thing is you want people to associate you with, is you want to be posting valuable content every day, because this is going to position yourself as somebody that knows what they're talking about, that somebody who is a leader, that is an expert, right? So this is really important. And, you know, you might be wondering, well, what the heck is value? Like, what does that mean? And value is something, you know, that it educates, that entertains, that inspires, right? It's something that you give to somebody and they walk away better than they were before, right? You're sharing something. So this is really, really important piece, is you want to be putting valuable content out there every day. If you're in makeup, you know, don't just share your makeup for sale, you know, do some tutorials, teach people things, give some education, let them, you know, bring some awareness to maybe what they want to be looking for in good makeup. Like, what research have you done? You know, where can you add value and help somebody, right? That's really important. So you don't just want to be posting, like we said, like being a commercial and just posting sales, because people want to know, what's in it for me? Why should I care, right? You want to be their solution provider. You want to be sharing benefits with people, because that's all people care about when they come to social media and they decide to watch your video, read your post. They're thinking, why should I care? How's this going to help me? What's in it for me? So you got to be creating this valuable content, but you got to be creating it for other people, not yourself.
That's
You got to
so crucial. Yeah, so key. You got to be
So
thinking it's really all about them. When you're creating your content, that's why it's so important to know who you're talking to, ladies. That's part of your marketing strategy. And we're not going to be able to get into all of that today, but it's really important to know who those people are, because that's what's going to help you create a message that rocks and resonates with them. You know, and that's what's going to help you build those relationships, because that's our last point here, is that's really important, to be building those relationships and then engaging with those relationships. You know, that is one of the problems that we have. We're like, oh gosh, I've already, you know, we have our warm market. Our warm market are the people that we hit right away, right? We create a business, we hit our warm market right away. Hey, I've started this thing, I've got these products. You know, even though they've never even raised their hands, we're telling them all about it. And yeah, because they're a warm market and they're our close friends or their family, there's going to be many of them that are going to say, okay, I'll try it out. And then what? And then you have all these other people that you don't know. And now you have to figure out, well, you know, I'm posting, and nobody's buying. What's going on? And then you start messaging people you don't even know, like you're friends with you, but you don't even know them. And you're messaging these people, and you have not built any trust with them, because you have not showed up with your brand, your expertise, your value. You're still sharing all the company stuff, right? And they're going to ignore you, unfollow you, maybe even unfriend you. And they're just going to be thinking, who is this chick? Who is this chickie? Who is this girly? Thinking she could just message me. I don't even want her stuff. She don't even know if I need her stuff. But doesn't she realize I don't wear makeup and she's offering me makeup? She hasn't even looked at my profile, you know? So we have to be really, really careful with that. And you know, that's why creating a brand that attracts people to you, that can help you with that cold market actually start maybe moving some of them to pay attention to what you have going on. So then they can eventually slowly turn warm. Ladies, there is no magic bullet. All right, there's no magic bullet. When you see somebody join a network marketing company and go to the top pretty quickly, it's because they have already been doing all of these things we're talking about. They have already been personal branding. They have already been building that know, like, and trust. And they have already been building those relationships. They've already been doing the work.
So true. And you got to think about what Tash just said here. Like, when you start a business and they tell you this, make your list, go contact your friends and family. Why does that work? Because they know, like, and trust you. They know, like, and trust you. You have a relationship, right? They're buying you. They're buying because of you. They trust you. So when we come on social media with all these people who don't know us and then we just try to sell to them, it's going to be a struggle, and we're going to turn people off. And that's why you want to be posting valuable content, and not only just posting valuable content, let's make a distinguishing fact here that you got to infuse you into that content, your personality, your life, who you are. People got to get to know you. They want to know, not that you can just share them tips, but they want to know your story. They want to know that you're a mom, that you have kids, that you've had struggles, that you've had triumphs, you've overcome things. That's how they're going to get to know you. And you got to think.
Yeah. And really quick, I just want to interject. Don't lose your thought, because we got to remember to do this again, because there's people hopping on that didn't hear at the beginning. We have a profile checklist as a gift to you to help you begin this process, because personal branding on social media begins with your profile. So you need to optimize that profile. So just be sure to just comment profile if you want that checklist. This is going to help you at least begin to look where to begin. Okay, go ahead, Lisa.
And now I lost my thought. See?
I told you don't lose it. I said don't lose it. Oh my gosh. You know what? That is law of attraction. That is like totally exactly. That's a little learning moment, right? Law of attraction. And look at me. I just got really hot. I'm so sorry. I'm embarrassed now. Do you see how red I am? Look how red I got. Do you see that? Oh my gosh. I'm like burning. I'm like do you guys see that? I'm like a tomato. I apologize. I'm like embarrassed now. But that is like literally law of attraction 101, right? We say what not to do, and the universe doesn't hear it that way. They just, whatever you say, it could be like, don't do this, and here's do this. So that's exactly what just happened. I am so sorry.
But basically what I was saying is you have to build those relationships with people, people that aren't in your warm market, your friends, your family, people who know, like, and trust you. Those new people you're meeting with, hopefully you're networking and getting yourself out there. You got to build that know, like, and trust. That's so important. So that's why we're teaching you or sharing, like, you got to be putting valuable content. You got to be sharing who you are, letting people into your world, because that's the only way they're going to get to know, like, and trust you. It's kind of like you're dating. It's like you're starting that relationship. You're making a friend, right? When you make a friend out in public, or maybe you're at a party and you don't know anyone, you just don't go up to them and say, oh, hey, girl, oh, my God, I got this makeup.
Can you imagine?
Buy one, get one free. You should buy it. Or do you want to have a party at your house and invite all your friends? And you're thinking, who are you? Like, I've never met you. Like, do we know each other? Right? That's weird.
You'd be like, I don't know about her.
And that's what we do on social media.
She's
we forget
weird.
to be human. Make a friend.
Exactly.
So think about, like, if you were at that party, how would you make a new friend? You'd be like, hey, I'm Lisa. Nice to meet you. Where are you from? Are you a mom too? Do you have kids? Where do your kids go to school?
I got to give a bunch of hearts for that. I got to give a bunch of hearts for that.
Conversation. You'd start making a friend. You'd start that relationship process, right? That dating process. So you got to think about it. And that's where we drop the ball on social media is it's like we just show up to here's my thing here. I got to sell. And you just throw it all over everybody, right? No, back up, take a few steps back and start the relationship process. And the truth of the matter is this takes time. You want to hit your rank and your goal and your sales, but guess what? These relationships take time. So you got to nurture those relationships. You got to make those friends. And, there's a couple ways you're going to do that. Putting that valuable content out there, sharing who you are, bringing people into your world, but also taking the time to engage with other people. Show up on their profile, comment with them, see what's going on in their life. Because guess what? When you start to engage with other people, leave comments, see what's going on in their world, they start to go, oh, Lisa does care. She keeps popping up. She seems like a really nice person. And then it's not so weird when you send a personal message and say, hey, how's it going? How was your vacation? And you don't just message them the first time and say, hey, by the way, I got this for sale. No, just start that conversation and see where it leads you.
Like Rebecca says, no vomit. Yeah, no vomiting allowed. No way. Get that away from us. I don't like vomiting all over me. No. Ew, yuck. Yuck. Who agrees? That's icky. No.
I think this is my favorite emoji. Like, this is the one I keep showing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got all these emojis and I always show this one.
Where's our emoji? Where's our poop emoji? Because that's what we're talking about here.
But this is what you want people to do to you when they see your name and they think of you and they see you post. This is what you want them to do, right? When you message them, you want this feeling.
Yes.
Not this feeling. No.
Not the other one. Yeah, exactly.
Which one do you want? Put it in the comments. Team poop or team hard eyes? Which one are you? I'm this one. I'm not team poop. Although I tricked you because I just got you guys to put poop down and now I said, which team are you? You can go back, start putting some of these out there.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, no vomiting allowed. And that's really just super important when we're creating a business, ladies. I mean, just, if we are grasping to get every time we come on social media, we are putting out an energy out there that we are going to just be continually trying to grasp. It's like grasping for air. Okay. Well, if you want to think about, you're trying to, think of yourself just like you can't breathe and you're like, you're trying to get it and you can't get it, right? And that's the same concept here when you're trying to grasp to get without giving first, without providing that value, without creating that know, like, and trust. It's just not going to work. So
you got to brand you. So that's step number one. You got to decide who you want to be known for. What do you want people to think of when they think of your name, right? Are you a makeup expert? Are you a health and wellness coach? What are you, right? What do you want them to think of? Your content needs to be reflecting that. So you need to be posting valuable content and sharing who you are, bringing people into your world. So you got to decide what value, inspiration, entertainment, or education you're going to be sharing on a daily basis to let people get to know, like, and trust you. Because next on that list is you got to be building those relationships, right? You got to be building those relationships. You got to be making friends. You got to be social on social media. And you want this to be consistent all across social media, all across wherever you are. You want the same name, the same look, the same images, the same messaging. You're the same person on one platform to another. It's not some mystery who you really are because you show one side of yourself here and another side of yourself there, and this part of your business here and this part of your business there. We want that consistent messaging all across social media. So that all of these things work in harmony to brand you, to position yourself as a leader and start building that know, like, and trust, start building that relationship, start building that trust, because we all know people buy from those they know, like, and trust. And that's what we're trying to doing. And that's how you're going to start attracting people to you, right? Who wants to attract people to them?
She's got it. She nailed it. So ladies, be sure to just comment again, profile, if you want that gift from us, that profile checklist, so we can help you get your profile right. If you are not following us over on our The Boss Beauties business page, we go live Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We talk about all this stuff, social media, Facebook, specializes in Facebook, helping you with your business. Go over there and like and follow us and see first so you can get notified when we go live, because we want to help you. We got your back. We're going to help you, but you got to do the things. So if we're telling you to do these things, we're sharing these things because these are the strategies that we teach. These are what we believe in, and we know they work. They're proven strategies and they work. So, but you got to do the things. So
and
if you hear
time. There's no overnight magic bullet. So if there's anybody telling you you're going to show up and in a week you're going to have 100 people messaging you and like things are just going to blow up overnight, I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. It takes time.
Yeah. There's like less than maybe 1% that really happens to. And that's, like we said earlier, somebody who has already done all this stuff for themselves.
So
they've already built
anybody
this.
That tells you that this is going to be easy and this is just going to be a magic bullet and you're just going to post the very right thing and the secret sauce and people are just going to be like flies on food or something all over you. No, it takes time. So show up consistently with a plan and build those relationships, build that know, like, and trust, and you'll see over time how things start to change for you. And it's absolutely amazing. And we want this for all of you. So just commit to know that you're going to show up and you're going to do the things and you're going to put in the effort because you have a dream and that's important, right? So we want to see that happen for you.
You're meant to do some great things with this business. You didn't join this business, start your business because you didn't have a dream, and that dream is meant to come true. So definitely drop a profile checklist if you want that checklist in the comments or profile. We'll get it to you. One last thing I want to say is we do have something coming up. Something coming up soon for all of you that we're going to invite you to. So I just want to start talking about it because we're going to let you know next week. And it's something new that we're doing, and it incorporates our strategies. That's all I want to say. And it's for you.
So keep your little peepers out looking for us. And
keep checking back.
I'm just curious before we hop off, what do you want to be known for? Those of you watching, what do you want to be known for? What do you want people to think of when they think of you? Who do you want to be that go-to person for? And, I just want to say really quick here, we say you want to be the expert, right? And I know a lot of you are probably thinking, I'm not an expert. I joined this company because I like the products. Or I started this business because I wanted to help people, but I am not an expert. I don't see myself as an expert. And I'm going to debunk that real quick before we hop off, because each one of you,
love it.
We're going to debunk it. You guys are all an expert in some way. As long as you know 1% more from the person you are leading or sharing information to, you are an expert in their eyes. So don't discredit yourself and say, I'm not an expert. I don't really know what I'm talking about. I'm just learning. It's okay to be just learning, but you know something. You wouldn't have said yes and poured your heart and soul into something and learning if you didn't know anything or you didn't have a heart to serve, right? You got something to share it and own it. There's all different types of experts, and there's experts who have had results, and there are experts who have went to school and they have titles behind their name. There's experts who just research something and they have information, right? There's experts that interview people and, share great information. There's all different ways you can be that expert. So don't think just because, I didn't go to school, I'm not a health and wellness coach, so I don't know anything, or I'm not a doctor, or I'm not this, beautician and I don't do professional makeup, that I don't know anything. No, right? You know something and you...
Yeah. And even if you're not an expert in whatever your product or service that you're sharing, there's something that you love. There's something that's really easy for you to talk about. There's something that you do that can help you to brand you and help you to be seen as an expert, where you just blend in the other stuff. You blend your business in. You never want to show up all business anyway, okay? You really don't want to just show up with just all products and services anyway. So you're an expert in something. So find that and bring it to your audience and share your expertise with the world so that they begin to look at you. Yes, own it.
Call it in. So maybe you're like, you know what, I don't
claim
feel it, but hey, put it out there. Put that out there and call in what you're working towards. You may not be where you want to be yet, but call it out, put it out there. Maybe you are an expert for beginners, for people just starting in whatever it is, and that's awesome. So
there you go.
Put it down below. Claim it. Call it out.
Claim it.
Loud and proud.
Loud and proud. I love it.
All right. Happy Friday. Have an amazing day.
Ladies.
Have an awesome weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye.